Today's practice is for constipation. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Tammy Straup. I'm a yoga teacher and yoga therapist in training. Today we'll be moving in a way that helps move our energy as well as, down and out, and also has an energetic effect of reducing, eliminating, calming, pacifying. So we'll start very simply on our backs with some belly breathing. We'll begin some movement. We'll add some chanting to movement, just using a very simple Om. And then we'll finish on our backs with some specialized breathing that's a krama exhale. And so why don't you join me? We'll get started on our backs in a comfortable position. So you can have your knees bent if that feels comfortable. If it feels better to extend your legs, feel free to do so. Hands on your stomach if that feels okay. And so we're just going to begin with some belly breathing. And what that means is as you inhale, you'll allow your belly to expand. And then as you exhale, you'll gently hug in your low belly, contracting those muscles. So for just a moment, feel your body on the mat, just coming into a sense of where you are, what's going on right now. Allow your body and your mind to settle. Feel the back of your body resting on the mat. And then in your own way, you can begin to bring in that belly breathing, allowing your belly to expand as you inhale, feeling your hands rise a little bit, and then gently hugging in your low belly, feeling your hands going inward. So you're not pressing in with your hands, you're just allowing your hands to help bring some awareness to how you're breathing. So just breathing in, allowing your belly to expand. And exhale, gently hugging in your low belly. Breathing in, allowing your belly to expand. And exhale, gently hugging in your low belly. And go ahead and continue doing this, lengthening your breath. So just a little bit longer inhale and lengthening the exhale, taking your time. Maybe as you inhale, just as you are completing your inhale, just gently even pressing your stomach out a little bit. And then again, gently and progressively hugging in your belly as you exhale. And so we'll do about 3 more breaths like that. As you breathe in, allow your belly to expand. And as you're about to complete it, maybe even gently pressing out just a little bit. And exhale, just gently, progressively hugging in your belly. Finishing up your last 1 or 2 breaths like that. As we breathe in our movement, you don't necessarily have to worry about your belly expanding as you inhale, but we will continue that gentle contracting or hugging in of the low belly as we exhale. So take your time and bring one foot off the mat and then the other, bringing your hands to the tops of your knees. We'll begin our movement with Apanasana. So with your fingers facing down your shins, hands on the tops of your knees. As you exhale, you'll gently and progressively hug in your low belly as you bend your elbows, bringing your knees in towards your chest. And then as you inhale, you can allow your belly to expand as you straighten your arms. And we'll do it 6 times total. So as you exhale, go ahead and bend your elbows, bringing your knees in towards your chest, bending your elbows. And inhale, straightening your arms. And as you exhale, gently hugging in your low belly as you bend your elbows, bringing your knees in. And inhale. As you exhale, bending your elbows, bringing your knees in. And maybe as you complete that, you can even squeeze your knees in just a little bit further if it feels okay for your body. And inhale, straightening your arms. 2 more times. Exhale, bending your elbows. And inhale to straighten your arms. Don't forget, as you exhale, to gently hug in your low belly, bending your elbows. And inhale to straighten your arms. And then take your time, one at a time, releasing your feet back to the floor, pausing for a moment. And then we're just going to roll over to our side, taking our time to transition to hands and knees. So go ahead and take your time when you're ready to move, using your hands to help you press up, coming into tabletop or hands and knees. So this is one of the postures we'll be chanting in. And when we chant, as we're moving, we're going to be chanting as we exhale. We're going to do the posture just twice, just so you can know how the movement is before we add the chanting, and then we'll add the chanting. And don't forget that you're in your own home, so you don't have to worry about what it sounds like or if you're doing it perfectly right. So go ahead and come to hands and knees. Shoulders stacked over your wrists, hips stacked over your knees, tops of the feet on the mat. And again, we're just doing this twice without chanting first. So as you inhale, gently draw back on your shoulders, pulling your shoulders back, lifting your chest. And as you exhale, pull in your low belly as you begin to shift your hips back, bringing your chest towards your thighs, hips towards your heels, forehead to the mat, child's pose. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. Lead with your chest coming forward, back to hands and knees, pulling your shoulders back. And exhale, hugging in your low belly as you bring your forearms down, chest towards your thighs, hips towards your heels. So we're going to inhale, come forward. This time we're going to add chanting. So as you exhale, make sure you're drawing in your low belly and chant Om as you go back. So Om. Inhale to come forward. And exhale. Om. 2 more times. Inhale to come forward. Exhale. Om. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Om. If you're comfortable here, pause for a moment. Allow your belly to expand, pressing into your thighs. And exhale, gently hug in your low belly. If this position isn't comfortable for you, feel free to come onto your stomach. We'll stay here for just another breath or so. And then take your time coming onto your stomach, if you haven't already. And bring your forearms down, hands in line with your face. And if you're on a mat, you can take your hands about as wide as your mat, giving your shoulders space in between your hands. Tops of the feet on the mat. So we'll just do a simple Bhujangasana here for the low back. So as you inhale, you're just going to draw back on your elbows a little bit, lifting your head, chest, shoulders. It doesn't have to be very high. And as you exhale, bring forehead or your cheek to the mat. If you're bringing your cheek to the mat, just rotate your head turning with each time you come down, or alternate, I should say. As you inhale, if your head is turned, go ahead and bring your head back to center as you lift your head, chest, shoulders. And exhale, forehead or cheek back down. As you inhale, lift head, chest, shoulders. And exhale, gently hug in your low belly as you bring your forehead or cheek down. Let's do it 3 more times. Inhale to lift up, bringing your head to center. And exhale, gently hug in your low belly, forehead or cheek back down. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale to lift back up. And exhale, gently hug in your low belly, coming back down. And then you can rest in a position that you like, but I recommend stacking one hand on top of the other to make a little pillow for your forehead, resting your forehead there. And we'll take about 2 big belly breaths here. So as you inhale, allow your belly to expand, pressing into the mat. And exhale, gently hug in your low belly. One more big belly breath like that. And exhale. And then take your time, please, coming back to hands and knees. So we're just going to begin with 4 times, chanting as we exhale and coming back into child's pose. And then we're going to add downward facing dog. And we'll move as we are moving into downward facing dog a couple of times. And then we're going to just try a special breath adaptation of moving, chanting in place on the exhale and then moving back into child's pose or downward dog as we hold the breath after exhale. If you find that doesn't work for you, then please don't continue to do it. Just move as you're exhaling like we had before. So go ahead and come to your hands and knees. And so we'll do this 4 times. So as you inhale, lifting up or lifting your chest, pulling your shoulders back. Exhale, Om. Om. Inhale, come back to hands and knees. Exhale, Om. 2 more times. Inhale. Om. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Om. Okay, we're going to add downward dog. So as you inhale, come forward to hands and knees. Pause to tuck your toes under and chanting Om as you exhale into downward facing dog. Om. Keep your knees slight or generously bent. Inhale to come forward. Pause to untuck your toes and exhale Om back to child's pose. Om. We'll do that one more time. Inhale to come forward. Pause to tuck your toes and Om as you go back into downward facing dog. Om. Inhale to come forward. Pause to untuck your toes and exhale Om. Om. So let's give this a try. As you inhale, come forward to hands and knees. Pause to tuck your toes. Stay here. Exhale. Om. Now as you're holding your breath, move back into downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward. Pause to untuck your toes. Stay here, Om. Om. Now, hold your breath as you move back into child's pose. One more time. Inhale to come forward. Pause to tuck your toes. Stay here. Chant. Om. Hold your breath out. Continue to hold in your low belly as you shift back into downward dog. Inhale, come forward to hands and knees. Pause to untuck your toes. Stay here. Exhale, chant. Om. Continue hugging in your low belly as you shift back into child's pose, holding your breath. Stay here if this feels comfortable for you, or sit up. As you inhale, allow your belly to expand. Exhale, gently hug in your low belly. One more big breath like that. And then take your time. We're going to come onto our backs and do a little bit of simple twisting. No chanting. We'll just try to gently extend our exhale, making it a little bit longer every couple of breaths. So pausing for just a moment on your back. If it feels okay to have your hands on your stomach again. Notice your energy. So the moving as you hold your breath after exhale, that's suspension. You might find it a little stimulating, which might be good for, getting the energy to move down and out, but it might also be a little energizing. So just be aware of that so that you know when it's appropriate to do this practice. So if you do find that it's a little bit energizing, then maybe doing this practice right before bed isn't the best idea. So just kind of tune in and sense what's happening. And then take your time, lift one foot off the floor, then the other. And take your hands so that they're below your shoulders but away from your hips, about a 45-degree angle. So we'll stay one breath each side, and then 2 breaths, and then 3 breaths. And we'll try to extend the exhale each time, every 2 breaths or so. So just inhale here. As you exhale, gently hug in your low belly. Take your knees towards the right elbow. Gaze towards your left unless it feels better for your head to be center. As you inhale, feel your torso expand a little bit. And exhale, gently and progressively hugging in your low belly. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, gently and progressively hug in your low belly, knees towards the right, gaze towards your left. Inhale here. Exhale, gently and progressively hug in your low belly. Inhale, come back to center. This time we'll stay for 2 breaths. So as you exhale, see if you can extend your exhale, just 1 or 2 counts as you take your knees towards the right, gaze towards your left. Inhale. Exhale, gently hug in your low belly, and maybe you can find just a brief pause, continuing to hug in your low belly after you exhale before you breathe in again. We'll do 1 more breath. Full breath in. And exhale, gently and progressively hugging in your low belly. Maybe finding just a slight pause after you exhale as you're still hugging in your low belly. And then take your time. Inhale, come back to center. If your breathing pace is different than mine, that's totally fine. Exhale, gently hug in your low belly, knees towards the left, gaze towards your right. Again, staying here for 2 breaths. So breathing in. Exhale, gently hug in your low belly. Maybe finding just a brief pause before you breathe in again. And again, gently and progressively hugging in your low belly. Maybe finding that little bit of pause. And then inhale back to center. And exhale. We'll stay for 2 breaths this time. So knees towards the right, gaze towards your left. 3 breaths. So let's see if we can extend our exhale a little bit more. So breathing in. Exhale, taking your time, gently and progressively hugging in your low belly. Maybe finding just a tiny pause after you exhale, still pulling in your low belly. And 2 more breaths like that. And then when you're ready, inhale, come back to center. And 3 breaths on the left side. So as you exhale, gently, progressively hugging in your low belly, knees towards the left, gaze towards your right. Breathing in, lengthening the exhale. Finding a brief pause before you inhale. Take your time inhaling back to center. And we'll finish with the very first posture we began with, Apanasana. So hands to the tops of your knees, fingers facing down your shins, and 6 times as you exhale, gently and progressively hugging in your low belly, bending your elbows, bringing your knees in towards your chest. Inhale, straightening your arms, allowing your belly to expand. Exhale, gently and progressively hugging in your low belly, bending your elbows, hugging your knees in. And then 4 more times on your own, please. And then take your time bringing your feet back to the mat. Bringing your hands to your belly if that feels okay. So we'll do a breathing that is a krama exhale. So krama means segmented. So what we'll be doing is we'll be exhaling half of the exhale, just a brief pause, and then exhaling the other half of the air. So we'll begin with something like a 4 count inhale, 6 count exhale. And if that doesn't work for you, adjust those numbers so that it does. So, you can do like a 3 count inhale and a 4 count exhale. Just something that you can divide the exhale into when we get to that. So go ahead and bring your hands to your stomach. And so if the 4 count inhale, 6 count exhale is comfortable, you'll breathe in for 4, allowing your belly to expand. And exhale for 6, gently and progressively hugging in your low belly. Let's do that for 3 more breaths. So for just a couple breaths, I'm going to cue like the muscles that you might feel contracting as you exhale so that you kind of know when we do that segmented exhale. So as you breathe in for 4, allowing your belly to expand. And then as you exhale, feel from the pelvic floor to the navel, and then from the navel to the solar plexus in that order, just kind of gently and progressively hugging in. So about another breath like that. So as you breathe in, allow your belly to expand, relaxing. And then as you exhale, take your time, pelvic floor to navel, navel to solar plexus. So when you're ready, as you inhale, you'll breathe in for 4, allow your belly to expand. And then exhale for 3, just half. So from pelvic floor to navel, brief pause, and then from navel to solar plexus, hugging in. And then as you breathe in for 4, allow the belly to expand. Exhale for 3, pelvic floor to navel, little pause, and then from navel to solar plexus. And another inhale for 4. Exhale, gently hugging in the pelvic floor to the navel for 3. Brief pause, and then navel to solar plexus for 3. One more breath like that. So let's do another round of about 4, but let's see if you can extend the halves of the exhale to just 4 counts with about a 2 or 3 count hold in between the halves and also after you finish exhaling completely. So it'll look like this as you breathe in for 4, allowing the belly to expand. And then exhale half of your breath from pelvic floor, contracting from pelvic floor to navel for 4. Pause for 2 or 3. And then exhale the rest of your air, about 4 counts, from navel to solar plexus in 4. And then pause for 2 or 3. And inhale, allow your belly to expand. Exhale 4. Pelvic floor to navel. Pause. Exhale 4. Navel to solar plexus. Pause. Inhale. Exhale, contracting pelvic floor to navel for 4. Pause. And navel to solar plexus in 4 counts. And pause. Inhale, allow your belly to expand. And do that 2 more times, please. So after you've done the 2, just belly breathing, allowing your exhales to continue to be longer but without really controlling the breath. And then release any control you have over the breath. Pausing for just a moment, allowing your body to just feel the effect that the practice had on you. Notice your energy. Notice your mind. And then feel free to rest in Shavasana for as long as you'd like, or if you'd like to just take your time rolling over to one side. Pausing for a moment before continuing to transition to sitting, so take your time. Use your hands to help you press up when you're ready to do so. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. I hope that you find this practice useful. Please let me know what you think below. Give it some time to take effect. You might not feel the urge to go right away, but hopefully it will help with your constipation, in just a little bit, or as you continue to do the practice. Let me know also what you want me to cover next. So I would love to hear your thoughts on any practices that you're looking in for in particular. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.